Recently, in a Nintendo Direct, new Splatoon 3 DLC was announced, with the first wave bringing back the old Splatoon 1 lobby, but repurposed for Splatoon 3. It has the same layout as Splatoon 1's lobby, and even has the same shops and sound effects from back then. And I was a little excited.
Oh my god! There's no shot! There's no shot!
Nah, this game is saved. This game is saved, dude. But a lot of people might ask, why? It's technically just cosmetics. And I've never really told anyone this before, but I hate the Splatoon 3 lobby. So today, I thought I'd take a look at the Splatoon 3 lobby, and why I think it's poorly designed. And listen, I love the Splatoon series, and have thousands of hours of playtime across the games. But I think if there's a flaw in a game's design, that it should be talked about. I mean, hey, what if Nogami was watching this video right now? Maybe he would think about changing some stuff. Anyways, I'm going to be judging the Splatoon 3 lobby in two parts. The graphics and aesthetic, and its actual gameplay purposes in-game. Without further ado, let's jump right in. The Splatoon 3 lobby is the most ambitious lobby in the series so far. Seeing as the last two are pretty much the same lobby layout, it isn't really that much of an accomplishment, but I digress. Splatoon 3's lobby has a lot more of its own theme going on, and I will say, in that regard, they nailed it. There's a lot of cool stuff in here, and it really does feel much more immersive with all the stuff like brands on the walls. I would describe the Splatoon 3 lobby as big and ambitious. Maybe a bit too big and ambitious. Presumably because of how big the lobby is, there were a couple downgrades. First of all, a really noticeable one is how every character slightly out of range gets their frames and their animation cut, and makes them look really laggy. Characters that don't move seem fine at a distance, but anytime someone walks or does an animation, it gets choppy. I get this was probably done to make the lobby run smoother, but it's really jarring to look at. And before anyone brings up this argument, yes, the Switch can handle the Splatoon 3 lobby. If Super Mario Odyssey can run at 60 frames, then Splatoon 3's lobby running at 30, I repeat, 30 frames, shouldn't have issues like this. This never happened in Splatoon 2, by the way. Also, there's Pop-In. And Pop Out? Why did he pop out? I wasn't even that far away. There's other characters on the screen behind him. Also, a lot of the textures just kind of look worse in this game compared to the previous entries. Again, I'm assuming this is because the lobby is so big, but it's weird to look at when Splatoon 2 had better looking textures and was made in the first year of the Switch's launch. The last thing I want to talk about is the lighting. And this might not be immediately noticeable at first, but look at Splatoon 2's lighting. Specifically, look at my Octoling character. Did you notice? Did you notice the shadow that just went over? This is a lighting effect that happens in Splatoon 2. I guess it's supposed to simulate clouds or something, even though if you look in the sky, they don't ever move. But either way, it looks pretty nice. And it took me a while before I realized that this doesn't even exist in Splatoon 3. The only lighting change that ever happens in this game is when a plane goes by, and that's it. I don't know why they removed this. It looked really nice in Splatoon 2, and it would definitely help with immersion, especially since the textures in this game kind of look worse. You know, actually I did find something while going through the Splatoon 3 lobby. There's this mist that sometimes shows up. I don't know where it comes from, but it just randomly shows up sometimes. Cool, I guess? That's all I really have to talk about with the graphics, but there is one more thing I want to touch on before I get into the gameplay section, and that is the useless areas of the lobby that serve no purpose. Imagine you're exploring the Splatoon 3 lobby and you see this. Naturally, you'd probably want to see what's up there, since why would they just put this area there if there was nothing at the top? So you go up a ramp, another ramp, another ramp, another ramp, and a couple benches, a few trash cans, and a vending machine. Ah, yes, I love spending my time sitting down while everyone in the entire city watches me from their windows. Oh, but you can't beat this view. Concrete jungle. My favorites. Why does this area exist? There's nothing up here. Why are there people up here? What are y'all doing? Well, at least you can see the laggy jellyfish from here. Wait, are those more benches? Huh. It's kind of clear that parts of this lobby kind of just have stuff thrown in them, so it isn't completely empty. I don't really understand. Like, if there wasn't anything you were planning on putting up here, why even make it an area you can go to at all? Why not just make the plaza smaller, but add more details to the places you can go? It kind of reminds me of a Minecraft server spawn, where everything important UI-wise is just kind of at the start, but then there's just random stuff in the back for no reason. Except at least with those, the stuff that's there is at least kind of interesting. Here there's nothing. There's a vending machine. And there's vending machines everywhere already. Okay, I'm done. enough about the aesthetics. Splatoon 3 is a video game, after all. Let's take a look at how this lobby is from a gameplay perspective. And I'm just going to keep this one simple. I really don't like how spread out everything is. It's fine for the lobby and Grisco and the shops, because most people go to these from the menu you can pull up anyways. But what about the things that aren't in the menu? Table turf, merch, the recon guide, the post box, the Splatfest team picker. If you want to walk to table turf from where the game normally spawns you in, it takes a long time. And the funniest part is, the devs know this, and they put a shortcut next to Grisco that lets you get there slightly faster. It's almost like they knew walking around the entire map just to play a half-baked card game isn't very fun. I personally think the lobby should be fast and get you into the action quickly, because who wants to spend time walking around? And the placements of some of these things angers me. Like, for example, why is the recon guide at the back of the lobby? Think of who's using the recon guide. Probably players who play online matches and want to explore certain parts of the map, right? So why put the recon guide the furthest away from the lobby as possible? So players can come out of the lobby and have to walk all the way down just to recon a map? I wish they just put the recon guide in the lobby with the drink tickets. That would have made so much more sense, since the only people that are going to be using this feature are the people that play multiplayer. It's literally faster to warp to a shop and leave than it is to walk from the lobby to the guide. And I am about to say something really offensive. That's dumb. The same logic also applies to the Splatfest TV. When picking a team, it's fine, because when you load up the game, it's right next to you. But one of the new features that was added was being able to take a picture after you won 100 or 333 times battle. So let's say you win one, and you have to walk all the way down just to take a photo. Why not just move the Splatfest stuff near the lobby? In fact, if you put it to the left of the lobby, which it's been for the past 2 games, it would be right in front of the Deep Cut studio. That's literally the perfect place for it to be. What represents Splatfest better than the idols? Weird placement issues aside, I think the Splatoon 3 lobby's biggest problem is that it's just too big. It's so big that there's literally not enough stuff to put in it, and some areas just look straight up empty. But at the same time, if you were to fill in these areas and add more stuff in there, then it would just take even longer to walk to everything. Not to mention, because they're stretching out so many resources over such a big area, it just kinda looks bad in some places. It's almost like a paradox in a way. A paradox that only I care about, I guess. Like, think about it, even if they do add new stuff into these empty places of the lobby, all that's gonna do is just make it take super long to get to these places. But if you were to put everything in one spot, such as the lobby, well, then that just makes even more of the plaza obsolete and empty. I think the only way to really fix it is to add warps for stuff like table turf, so you're not forced to walk to them every time you want to play. In my opinion, this is one of the best compromises, because it would let people still be able to explore the big lobby, while also letting the players who just want to jump right into the action do so without having to take a long walk every time. Also, please just put the recon guide in the lobby. With all that being said, I'm sure by now you probably realize why I like the Splatoon 1 lobby design better. Even though it has all of the same features, like table turf and the recon guide, who's still in the back of the plaza for some reason, it doesn't take nearly as much time to get there because of its compact design. And well, in terms of graphics, we don't really know too much about it yet, but it looks like Splatoon 1's lobby, and it looks nice. I'm hoping the fact that they won't have to stretch as many resources across such a huge lobby will make it a better experience graphically, but we'll just have to wait and see. And yeah, I'm sure some of the issues I talked about, specifically the graphical ones, will still persist in the new lobby. But at least it won't take 2 years to walk to table turf. And who knows, maybe in later patches they'll update the game and fix some of the stuff I've talked about. I mean, they added in a whole lobby. Who knows what they're gonna do next? Anyways, that's all I really have to say. I'm really excited for the new DLC, and hey, maybe the New Order DLC will unlock the Splatoon 2 lobby. That would be pretty cool. If you like this video, consider giving it a like, and comment down below if you like the Splatoon 3 lobby or not, and if you're excited for the Splatoon 1 lobby returning. According to YouTube statistics, 100% of the people that watch my videos are bozos, so if you want to join that statistic, then hit that subscribe button. Or not, I don't really care.